What's going on, y'all? This is Masterpiece, and this is just a video response to somebody, I think it was Yosef Al Bey, who requested this. Big shout out, doing big things. What's up, brother? Holla at me. Get back to me about that website making too. Uh, he asked, how do we stay strong through the matrix? And I just want to say, just like anything else, when you say strength, you are saying something can be done. You are, if you say, I am strong, I'm going to go to the gym and I'm going to lift this. When you carry out your original intent and you lift it, you deem yourself strong, uncomparable to anybody else. And that's one thing. Staying strong in the matrix, never compare yourself to anybody else. And I'll get back to that. If you are going to break up with your girl and you say, you know what, I gotta be strong, I'm gonna go do this, and I'm not gonna, let her pull me back in. I'm done with that madness. Then when you follow out that original intent, I'm gonna go there, I'm gonna break up with her, you deem yourself strong. In this life, when you are born as a baby, you are born with the highest um, your body has the highest pH content. You are the most pure. That simply, and when you come out, you take a breath. That simply states that you want to live. You want to experience and be healthy and strong. It is only when that health is impeded on, it is only when the weight is too heavy, it is only when the the girlfriend gets you to stay that you fall weak. So how do we stay strong during the through the matrix? Well, we got to carry out our original intent, and you know what? To do that, you have to look inside. The matrix is outside. It's all around us, Neo. You know, it's everything. It's the billboards, it's the work, it's the taxes, it's the jealousy, it's the materialism, it's the shows, the commercials, the banks. It's all around us. And to say I want to stay strong during this orchestrated illusion, that is to say that you are going to look inside to what your purpose is. If you're an artist, if you're a dancer, if you're a businessman, if you're whatever, and live that purpose. The Matrix wants you to think that if you stop working at your current job, or that if you do something radical, like, I don't know, up and move to the continent, like a whole bunch of foreigners are doing because they realize the potential, that you don't have to worry about things like how am I going to make money? How am I going to get a job and support my family? How am I going to stay in contact with the family here? You don't have to worry about any of those things. The Matrix is designed to make you feel like you are going to fail and are going to lose contact or not be able to provide. But the reality is, just making that decision alone sets in motion a whole chain of actions that if you allow yourself to be limber with and just be free and let the opportunities come and take them up as they come, then you will realize that as long as you're doing what you have intended to come here to do, which you can only find by looking inside, then you will be happy and successful. And your reality will adjust to you. The matrix, when you say matrix, that just means a construct. So the matrix of a seed of an apple seed is a big tree that looks like every other apple matrix codex. The material that's gathered from the ether construct themselves around that matrix, that construct that is invisible to you. If you want a good example, your flesh and skin is the outcome of your body skeletal matrix. The body skeletal matrix defines what shape you'll have. If you have a four-legged, like horizontal skeletal matrix, then the flesh is going to wrap around you as such, and the organs are going to hang inside of you rather than stacking up like in humans. But our skeletal matrix is for a vertical experience. Thus, our spines are significantly stronger than a lot of four-legged animals, and our legs are significantly stronger than four-legged animals. And that's why a lot of four-legged animals, their legs are smaller when they, you know, when you talk about the matrix, you're simply talking about the invisible construct that is set up. And what is that? It is oppression, racism, it's war. So we grow up in a society with guns, discrimination on TV and radio and in our daily experience, and um, taxes, and travel taxes. Like imagine if we knocked down one of the pillars of the matrix, which is paying for travel. Imagine we were able to travel for free. How much racism and discrimination would be knocked down? You're chilling with your niggas and you're like, yo, man, we should just go to Japan and hit a blunt from there. You go there and you're like, oh shit, this place isn't, this is not what I thought. Boom. A mental barrier has been knocked down. Or if like, a Russian was like, yo, let's just go to the Congo for a second for like, I don't know, something benevolent. Then they meet some nice people and say, hey, you know what? It's not what my parents have told me. These people are clean. These people, their traditions aren't silly and stupid. They're beautiful. They don't stink. They're not dumb. You know what I mean? So just that one pillar of the matrix being alone, the construct being knocked down alone, paying for travel, would open up a whole world of new possibilities. So to stay strong during this current paradigm that we have, this matrix that's all around us, is to stay grounded and to always be reflecting within. If you're smoking chronic, that's a great time. I'm not advocating it, I'm not hating on it. I'm saying if you do, that is a perfect time for reflection, deep reflection. And remember to close up the thoughts. We need to we need to fully express our thoughts and bring them to a close, or else you may suffer sinus issues or never really get to experience the fruits of your mental labor. Remember, your mind is like a garden. Whether it's filled with weeds or filled with plant flowers, it's gonna grow. The garden will always produce. Your mind is so fertile; it will grow any seed that's planted in it. It doesn't matter if it's a poisonous seed or a healthy seed. It's going to grow it. So whatever you water, whatever you give your attention to, wherever your focus flows, that is going to create your reality. And you know what? I'll tell you, I've traveled. Not a whole lot, but I've been to. I mean, I've been to England. I've been to Amsterdam. I've been to Malawi, Zimbabwe, Mozambique, Jamaica, and so on throughout Canada and the States. And I'll tell you, each place I've been, like when I went out west to the Rocky Mountains, I left with $400 Canadian in my pocket. That's like 320 in American. Uh, I just went out. I bought some warm gear, and I didn't know what exactly I was gonna do, but I knew that my purpose was to go and experience nature and to get into touch with myself. 8 months later, I found myself in a wonderful position. A lot of hard times too. A little crazy story with that. And you know what? It's like it's almost as if the rules that I used to know didn't apply. You know what I mean? When I went to Malawi, when I go to Jamaica, and you go with a certain mindset, it's almost as if like the whole world is different. Suddenly you're not bombarded with American news and English news and all that, and you kind of forget about the outside world, and you're putting in so much work, and you're connecting with so many people, and you're eating such high vibrational foods and getting that direct sunlight that's not, it's not on a slant. It's just like more direct. Just basically experiencing a higher quality of life. I've noticed that the it was only until I came back to Canada that I realized that, yo, this paradigm is the society here is the values are twisted and all that, and you got the nonsense food and all that. So to stay strong during throughout the matrix and to stay on your path, you always have to be reflecting in and just go with your intuition, go with your gut, trust that feeling, and don't believe the cacophonous noises and the media and the ads, and just stay on your path and help others. And remember, like Dr. Valentine said, the love, um, if you do not love unconditionally, you will wind up with the condition. If you block out outlets of love from your body from expressing love, there will be a buildup, and that buildup will turn rancid like anything else because it's stagnation, and it will fester. So, and you will have a disorder, a disease. So, if you do not love unconditionally, you will develop a condition. So just love your fellow man, help where you're needed, and stay on your own path. Eat the high vibrational foods, stay off of the low vibrational waveforms of all kinds, and keep watching videos like this. Most definitely, stay away from the drama in the black community, and just and always learn. Spend your money on investments, on books, because they're gonna be hard to find, and you want your children to have good reading material. Invest time in yourself, in your loved one, and your family, and stay true to the cause. Pan African liberation is the name of the game, and also just freedom for everybody up under the oppression, because there's oppression of humanity going on, and we can't forget that. So we have to broaden our scope, but we have to keep the main points, we have to keep our purpose, our intent, our balance, you know what I mean? We have to keep our sanity in check, and we have to pass it on willfully, givingly, generously, and we have to say thanks and offer thanks, and we have to just prepare ourselves for the afterlife, prepare ourselves for the next life. Stop paying attention to what they want you to pay attention to. Stay on your own path. Listen to your own, see your own light. Listen to your own voice and discern. Get into discerning if it's your own thought or if it's a thought that existed from without you, that came to you. Really discern. Was that your own? Do you really want to be entertaining that thought that or that song that came into your head? What you think, you become. And as you breathe, you create. So really focus and be mindful on what you're doing. Just really be mindful of the thoughts that you're giving attention to and your actions throughout the day, each day, you know? All right, yo, this is Masterpiece. I hope that helped. And yo, I hope that answered your question. Like, subscribe, share these videos. I'm here for the peace. I'm not up with the drama. I'm just here for the liberation of peoples out from under this damn oppression. Stay strong throughout this matrix. Like I always say, eat to live. All right, yo. Peace.